These flowers smell like passion. Riki, feel different. Feel passionate.
Passionate? Are you feeling alright, Riki?
Riki love flowers.
I like flowers too.
Shall like them too? Oh, flowers taste yum yum, no?
You eat them?
Yes, but also give to wifey pun. It not but custom. Riki bring flowers home or can hang them on walls.
So there's more to you than food after all. You're a good husband.
Riki not that good a husband.
These flowers are such a lovely shade of blue, you know. I think they would suit Melia. How about you pick one for her? It could be a present.
Give to Melly?
Wait a moment, Riki. Now, Riki, I can see the glint in your eye. Don't you go making Oka jealous.
Riki no make Oka more jealous. Oka already just because friends take Riki away from her.
So you'd rather be at home with Oka? Looks like I found the thumbnail.
Okay, that I wasn't expecting. Okay, game. Alright, game, you gain points for me.
Riki, the answer is yes.
He still got the expression. Riki no Melly is bird lady. So Riki and Melly will only ever be good friends. Riki love Oka.
You're good enough on Riki. Well then, I guess you're in the clear. You know Melia really does think of you as a dear friend.
Riki want to make Melly proud. Riki shall Melly throw Heropon.
I'm sure you will. Just don't forget you're doing all this for Oka.
And debts. And food. And because Chief Dunga made him, and Chief Dunga full of bull crap. On that weird note, though, hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the last episode, we did... I forget, it's been a while. Was it that guy?
I think we did... Yeah, we did this Researchers in Alchemoth.
Hi. We did some things in Alchemoth and actually got a pretty good amount of stuff, a store for it. Let's go show that Alchemoth is a source of good things. Something that's not a good thing is this unique monster right here. We've actually lowered our levels to make this a bit more of a challenge, but hey. Here you have some Petrus Adagia. I almost said Edelgard then because it's pretty much spot on. Attack wise, this guy is well, anything but temptatious. He has Tripping Rush, which is a physical attack which can topple you, and Electro Rush, which is easy for attack. So attack-wise, nothing worthy of note. However, the Tripping Rush can be bad if you don't have protection for it, and his Electro Rush does have a bit of a multiplier. But apart from that, if you are accustomed to flying enemies, you'll be alright. Unfortunately, he can't be toppled or dazed, but fun and the bullet for Sharla does have its advantages. And with that, a quest completed, and a guy is dead. Unfortunately, since he's not above a level cap. However, but he does give. He does drop up, of course, his rare drop, which you need for a side quest for a certain sage. We'll get to that in a little bit. But for now, let's go back to doing more stuff.
Stuff is good.
In the JRPG, stuff is good. You know what? I know what we have talked about enough lately. The music and the graphics. No, of course I'm joking. I want to go over the additions that the Definitive Edition has offered, especially in the challenge mode. because we've talked at length about the improvements of this game. However, to go into more and more detail, most of the improvements haven't come out of nowhere. The thing that I do love about Xenoblade Chronicles through its evolution, so to speak, is that, say, let's take Final Fantasy for an example. Final Fantasy have been known to have like a turn-based combat. It was like that for a long time, I think ever since like 13-ish, 13 or 12. But the thing is though, with recent additions of Final Fantasy, say like 13 and 15 and upcoming 16, they've kind of moved on and kind of forgotten about that combat. However, with Xenoblade, it's simply built on top of itself. Of course, X made it a bit more complicated. 2 was simpler, but suffered from bad tutorials. Here, though, with the Definitive Edition, it is definitive for many reasons, and it even goes that far in its name. In a recent interview with Tetsuya Takahashi, one of the directors of this game, they already thought of this game being called Xenoblade Chronicles Remastered. But they chose Definitive Edition because they wanted this to be the ultimate version of this game that it could be. And they included the aspect of learning from past games. So much so that the fashion gear from X is here. The voiceovers in another edition have been put into this game similar to Xenoblade 2.
We make a great team!
If I want to hit the Sonic thing, I forgot Riki in combat sucks. Just to cut the commentary just a bit, you'd be wise to take out this Lexos because he is pretty much the party piece of that unique monster that we're trying to the face. Nothing much. He can spin and topple you if he tries. He's got an ether attack that can sometimes blaze you, but apart from that, glass cannon of a flying dragon variety.
Unfortunately, Melia's reflect didn't work because it was a talent art.
But now, if we can hit the Sonic thing, we can actually get into this guy. And if you want, this guy can actually be useful for Colony 6 because I think his Nebula dropped something, although I could be wrong. I'm actually second can guess myself. I think it is. Ignore me. Anyway, Flabbergasted Jerome. He has an ether down counter, despite it being a nebula and using mostly ether attacks. That could be pretty bad if you're not prepared, especially with someone with low ether defense, someone like Rhine or Shulk. But apart from that, though, his attacks aren't really that bad. His talent art is Aqua Eruption, which can put himself to sleep, but also cause you to have HP down. So he's pretty much like a cloud torter.
It didn't put him to sleep. It put us to sleep, though.
And of course, did it put your HP down? I forget. That's weird. I found my notes right with that. I'm all over the place tonight. A simple aqua whip which can put you to sleep. You can kind of guess the gimmick here. And then elemental bullet and cannon, which are just normal ether attacks. So you don't really need anything about that. However, the enemy jobs you get, they aren't much, but hey, selling fodder or crafting materials at your own leisure. But to my final point though, on the definitive part of the Definitive Edition, this game has also included the leveling down system that Xenoblade 2 brought up. So, if you want this JRPG to last a lot longer and you want to face things fairly, then
What? Don't you dare give up.
Riki broke legs, it's all over! Riki is a bird! Riki believe he can fly! Guess what? He couldn't fly. But oh no, they've just brought so many mechanics from X and 2 while still refining and not changing the things that this game did right, and not to mention uplifting pretty much every asset that they could. For those who don't know, this isn't a complete remake from the ground up. Monolith took the existing assets, especially in the game, and just gave them new textures and new animations. So there's nothing wrong with the structure. They just gave it new materials. You know what? I like that. I like that. I like that example, especially in the current time of video games in which they feel like they've got to change everything in order to keep things new and exciting. It can work, but don't fix what's not broken. And so Monolith, you know what? I appreciate that. Here we have a lot of Hodes, a lot of Alugas, but in all honesty, if you face enough of enough of them in Magna Forest, they haven't really been that bad. The Hodes, as always, they can poison you and debuff. The Alugas pretty much are the powerhouses and can knock you back and topple you. But apart from that, you're pretty much all good to go.
They could do chain attacks.
Aye. But to be fair, was it bad?
No.
Nah, not really.
Well done, Riki. Well done.
Imagine Sharla say same thing. Why?
Onwards.
It's like they in sync. Oh well, what needs to be sunk is one of these guys. And you also get a weird symbol. It appears to be sealed. Huh. We'll have to get that in due time and see what that's all about.
Yeah, we'll have to come back to it later.
Yeah. But I would say this is another example on why the Definitive Edition is so good. And we'll get to it after the fight's all done. But in case you need to remember where things are, this game does have a custom map marker. Because the prompts that we just got for that door, it doesn't put any markings on the map by itself. So if you want to reminder, you can give yourself a landmark.
Yeah.
He died from the poison and then gave us a hoof. Well, we know what, good sir, you died. We don't give a hoof. But there you go. I now have a marker, and now we cannot forget. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe. Aye. Now, one minor thing about this particular short that you may not catch right away is that the loops and hoes are the only threat in the area. If you look up top, just there is an Akitos. And they do what Akitos do, and just be absolute glass cannons. If you couldn't tell, this place revolves around glass cannons.
And Melia is one. Eryth Sea, the place of glass cannons.
But the glass cannons could also swim. I guess. That did not make any sense, did it? Oh well. And one final challenge that we can do is this guy right here. I'm not really a big threat, but you get my point. And I also love how it shows you what the effects of leveling up is. It's something a lot of games don't do nowadays. Anyway, this guy brings his own entourage of mini hoes. It's a hode horde. I hode, die hode. Anyway, Funeral Golza. Despite him being a unique monster, he doesn't have his own talent art, making shield pretty much null and void. And he dazes us immediately, and Riki gets whacked. Great. His big thing is, well, his big spin, which you've just seen there. And also his hard push, which can daze you. That is pretty much his biggest attack threat. However, I guess ironically, his unique move, but that's not actually his talent art, is Hurricane Bugle. Bugle? Bugle? Bugly? I don't know. Basically, it's circle around attack which can haste everyone in its vicinity. So imagine this big heavy hitter and a lot of mini enemies that can debuff you all. What the hell happened to you there?
I don't know.
Riki just went ice skating. Ironically, on no ice.
I wasn't touching the thing at all.
Riki just decided to be Michael Jackson, I guess. But yeah, just imagine this guy and all of the minor enemies that we've seen, and all of them get a buff and get to attack you more and more and more. Basically, not nice, not good, and not ideal. What is nice though is those slacks. You can use them for this very side quest.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, we completed it right on the mark. It's almost like we planned this. Anyway, before this guy pisses off from one end to the other, it appears that you have done everything I asked of you. The wind turbine is once again working perfectly thanks to you. I could hear the Hode's leader death's cries from all here, ironically because for all the wind and rain and thunder. I will try not to let those Hodes do any more damage.
Try not to.
I'm so glad I turned to you for help. It's not like I could turn to anyone else, really. Ironically, after going through all that, you get good footing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear that? What's that flapping sound? Sorry, I gotta hide. Take care of those things. Yeah. You thought the side quest was over. Guess what? It is. You can technically go if you have a cloak. Just leave this guy to die.
Or aerial cloak.
So, these guys are Confusion Echinos. I'd like to imagine these are one of the ones that we just saw in that refuge. Apart from the poison breath and just being glass cannons, these guys pretty much can do nothing of note. I do like the story though, the mini world building, how you came into their base and there somehow be repercussions. I do kind of like that.
Yeah. A kid knows of all things.
It's like the wildlife is fighting back, like they have. Oh no, like they're. Oh no, natural. As dumb and politically, sometimes things act on a primitive state. I tried to sound as cool as Dumb, but no one will ever be as cool as Dumb.
Yeah.
Rufus Jones. God bless you. In case you want to know where this guy goes, he's right down there. I can remember a playthrough in which we did this and thought this guy despawned.
Yes?
That was terrifying. They were really out to get us. They must have come for revenge. I suppose very natural. You did kill the leader. See? Natural instincts. If I was by myself, those things would have eaten me for sure. Right, I'm gonna repair the lighthouse. Thank you for everything you have done to help. Several lives will be in danger if I don't go soon. I must hurry. And after all this time, the sparking lighthouse is no more. We get above time plus and a divine protect because the lighthouse is back up and running for all the high-end and now they're safe. Just don't tell Melia. Perhaps maybe the Mechon wouldn't have attacked if the lighthouse was back up and running. Sorry, Melia. Your dad died because we were lazy. And now it's nighttime, and we can enjoy the luscious shooting stars. No matter how many times I see it, it just is so pretty. But now we need to go somewhere that's kind of remote, I suppose. Oh god, that shimmering water just looks so good. God, I want to swim in Eryth Sea. Hey, I know it's kind of off topic, but if science can one day just make virtual reality, I remember when this place becomes an option, I'm going.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I would love to live here. Forgetting the monsters, you know, and the Mechon eating people.
And Mechon.
I'd be a nice hermit on the island, just relax for the rest of my days.
I'd hide out in that secret cave and observe the shooting stars.
Of course you would. I gotta wonder, audience, what would be your ideal video game hangout place? I gotta know. Because it's definitely not here right now with those things on patrol.
Yeah.
But hey ho. Anyway though, only during a shooting stars, that makes sense. Grammarly, I are so smart. Proper bandaz. Don't know what it is. I just love that name, bandaz. I am bandaz. Aside from that, I told this guy just really hates washing detergents in England. Anyway, though, this guy not really anything but a tank. Its first attack is Hard Bash, just a generic but strong attack that can hit it for a lot of damage. Ether Cannon, which is an ether shot which can cause agility down, not the biggest threat, seeing how he's a Crabble and speed is not his biggest thing. And his talent odd with his Ether Smash too. It can circle around the caster and it can topple you all. However, there is one glaring issue about this guy that I alluded to before, the fact that he's a Crabble. Toppling you and slowing you down would indicate that you are in danger of being attacked numerous times. But him being a Crabble himself and not being the speed, he really can't capitalize on anything you do.
Riki want to be like Melly. We can find goodies. Let's keep on going like this, guys.
But he does drop glyphs, which can be a very good sense of income selling wise.
That's the only thing they're really good for.
More or less. So that guy, a pushover, but a piggy bank. You know what you do with piggy banks? You break them. To be honest, I've never broken a piggy bank. Have you?
No.
No, because I really don't get that gimmick or that cartoon or that trope.
I guess it's just to break the piggy bank so you can get your money. It's just a cathartic kind of thing.
But doesn't a piggy bank have like a cork? You can just pop the cork open and just get the money?
I don't know.
Because ironically, if you break a piggy bank to get money, you know what you've then got to do?
What?
Pay more money to get a goddamn piggy bank. It's like, great, I've lost a bit of my savings just trying to think that I used to keep my savings. Humanity's weird and we make dumb choices. I like piggy banks or Marmite.
Marmite.
or world leaders. Take your pick. I'm not gonna say who, but they're blonde. At the time of recording, you definitely don't know who that is. Could it be one side or could it be the other country? Who knows? Either way though, let's go to a place which doesn't have a bad leader, and that is our lovely Lady Melly. Although this kid could use as a punt.
Wow, so these are gold caterpillars. They don't glow with lava at all. I'm gonna look after them so they lay lots of eggs. Then I can see them glow when they hatch.
And Riki can eat them.
I'm gonna take down enough notes to write a new textbook. When I finish it, I'll show you.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that finished textbook and we get full defense.
This guy might be in Future Connected.
Well, if that's the case, I'm sure we'll see that textbook.
Yeah.
If Future Connected does not contain a goddamn love of a book, I shall be upset. Continuity, Monolith, make it so. Hey. But I guess since we haven't really talked about it, I mean, pretty much at all, I really cannot wait to play Future Connected. So many things I'm looking forward to with that game. This is superb armor, not a scratch too, it's perfect! It must have been tough to get. I know, I couldn't have. Looks like I was wise to ask you kids to help. Riki 40 years and Melly 88. At last we can start constructing the deciphering machine. Here, take this. To compensate you all for the trouble you went through. It's only been a month.
And you can trade sturdy armors with the NPC named Galdo.
He's dead though.
It's not Gatto, it's Gatto.
You do realise what you just said is confusing. It's not Gaddo, it's Gaddo.
Galdo. Galdo.
Now, speaking fast, you don't really catch that, do you?
No.
It's not Gaddo, it's Galdo.
Galdo.
That Galdo. Oh my god. Yeah, sure, I'm sure he said that to a lot of high-end tier ladies. Hopefully not to Melia. For that would be awkward. But you know what is awkward? This outro. But I think the guys with Riki dancing and singing us off, as much as the camera will allow.
And the shooting stars, that's what I was focusing on.
Oh man, even that blurred effect I love. God, it's so much more poignant.
I just wish you could hear the shooting stars like you could in the original.
Aye. But I think that's it, the guys. We are gonna call things here. So, that's it. We got a lot of things done. A lot of side quests, a lot of unique monsters killed, and got a heart-to-heart, and also a Riki thumbnail out of it. So, all in all, I think a good day done. But, if you like this video, be sure to like it. If you disliked the video, then, well, go eat flowers by Riki's recommendation. Mainly nettles. Or poison ivy. Or snowberries, that's good. Either way though, if you want to subscribe to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. And as always, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.